Hey, if your morning feels foggy, with Shakin' Holroyd, good morning, Adam Holroyd, the OG of Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends out there in the community this morning, hanging out outside the Mornings in the Lab studio before the doors even open. Well done, brother. Well, listen, if your mornings feel foggy, I'm telling you right now, it's not willpower. It's last night's lighting. Yeah. Apparently, it's a true story. So today we're going to talk about how to change how you use the lights in your house so you wake up clearer every morning. But first, welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, your daily accountability partner for real talk, motivating content, and live morning conversation that helps you start your day with momentum and just a little bit of positive energy. And hey, fair warning, if the kids are around, you might offend them. Yeah, you just might offend those kids because, well, somebody's going to offend the kids because we like to drop big words in the show. Yeah, true story. Sometimes those words might be offensive, might be an R-rated experience, might be an X-rated experience. And if you are new here, or if you've been lurking around the community for a while, we appreciate you. Yeah, we do. We absolutely appreciate you joining us live, 8 o'clock Eastern time, right here on the show. But hey, what moves the needle for us is if you hit the like, you hit the subscribe, and you drop a thought in the comments. This is a live show, and we want to hear from you every single time we go live here. And unless you want to fall behind in life, yeah, I know who doesn't fall behind in life. Matt Roof, Kindness Rising, right there in the comments. Cheap. What's shaking, brother? Yes, this is a live show. And you hit that snooze button, you're going to be behind the guys who are getting up into a live environment. Hey guys, today's conversations, we're going to have some fun today. We're looking to have some tuna today. We got a guest showing up on today. And it's all about tuna. But hey, guys, boom. Breaking news for all of us today. Butt breathing. I know. I don't make the news up. I just deliver it. Yeah, butt breathing may be an unconventional but safe alternative for humans with lung problems. So if you got some lung problems, you might just be breathing out of your ass. Yeah, true story. Coming up today in the conversation desk, I want to certainly impress and have to say about that. Netflix says it's all in on generative AI. No shit, Sherlock. Man, and you know what? When I see that, I'm like, of course, because so are we. And those of you that are ignoring it, well, see you later. Yep, see you, bye. See ya. See you in black and white. Yep, robotics industry. A robotics startup broke this industry taboo with... So I put this one on the table because this is just a story. I don't really care that they made this crazy humanoid robot. What they did was they basically said, you guys are all playing by a certain set of rules. We're going to play by a different set of rules. We know who talks about that here on the show. Not the laws, the rules. And hey, if we got some time, must know updates from LinkedIn. All right. The topics we got on the show today, the midnight snack IQ test. If you're standing there in front of the kitchen going, what the hell am I going to eat? This might be a conversation for you. Neil Tunnah is joining us to talk about leading when it's messy. He's giving us the real playbook for AI. Melissa, isn't everybody giving us the playbook for AI? I'm telling you, man. I'm just an AI guy. Yeah, everybody's an AI guy. Yeah. So we'll talk to Neil Tunnah, apparently about AI guy. Yep. Growth and culture under pressure. And for the deep dive, either everybody has ADHD or AI. There we go. It's the world of ADHD and AI. We don't need no other words in the alphabet because we're just going to put them under two categories of life. ADHD or AI. There we go. Check mark. See you later. No more Republicans and Democrats. Nope. Just ADHDers and AIers. That's it, Neiman. That's it. Just put them in two buckets. Yeah, true story. That's just all it is. I'm telling you. There's nothing else to talk about. Every other conversation leads with, I got ADHD or I'm an AI specialist. So what the hell am I doing here? Well, I am the handsome chief. So somebody's got to be the handsome chief. And hey, because producer Jimmy loves to experiment as much as John, we're going to get into mouth tape. Listen, guys, yesterday we were talking about Jimmy's fascination with putting onions in his socks. Well, today we're going to talk about Jimmy's fascination with putting mouth tape. Yep, true story. So between socks and onions and mouth tape, producer Jimmy, well, man, I'm telling you, man, he is the guy who, listen, you want to know who's the inspiration for the topics? I told y'all at the beginning of season 2, we were going to make Jimmy world famous. Well, we're doing it every single day with the things that are important to him. Onions and socks and tape on the mouth and you go to sleep. Yeah, true story. All right, morning focus, the fact check framework. And as always, I tease with love. Yeah. Hello, Lady Drew. I tease with love. Oh, Lady Drew. I tease with love. Yep, true story. And Maya will be here in the community corner after she figures out how to manipulate Google's content violation guidelines, because she's trying to create content with our great, awesome humans pictures. And Google's like, no, you can't do that. Yeah, you can go to Sora and make deep fakes of Kobe Bryant taking a shit on a toilet and shitting all over the walls. Yep, I saw that one last night. True story. I'm sure the estate hasn't knocked on the Chat GPT doors yet because of what I was seeing there. All right. Well, listen, nation, guess what? It is time. It is time. I got to say these words out loud so Rahima knows where to cut the show later. Yep. All right. Let's let it go. Let's get this show on the road, nation. Jimmy, Sterling, Preston, Rahima, Neiman, the morning loop, baby. It starts right now.
Good morning, Business Athlete Nation.
Good. Wait, this peanut butter jar looks emptier than yesterday.
Fridge light never lies. Spoon's dirty, wrapper missing. Midnight isn't evil. Mindless is. Light portion plan, that's your real IQ.
Snack like tomorrow exists.
People who pre-stage snacks think ahead. Containers equal discipline.
Translation.
Greek yogurt beats mystery pizza box.
Number one suspect?
What?
Jimmy. We're not blaming you this time, dude.
We know who the recovering peanut butter addict is around here.
Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, everyone.
Or mornings in the circus, crapper, whatever you want, as long as you're part of the conversation. First up, the Midnight Snack IQ test.
See, the big dog himself hanging around Sterling and Preston, holding his puppy. Just saying. I'm just saying. Yeah, I just, there's nothing out of context there whatsoever. Having a pitcher and a catcher standing in the front there and having Anderson there holding the puppy, just wandering around the back. I don't know. Maybe just a slight awesome sense of humor from producer Neiman. I love it. Hey, listen, you guys can join the show with us live. Coming up in the second hour. Well, the show's live right now, but listen, if you guys want to join the show, I'm going to open the phone lines up bottom of the second hour during the community corner, 431-300-3005. It's awesome. Many of you send me texts throughout the day in the evenings, and I invite you to continue doing that. Phone me, send me a text, leave a voicemail, come say hi in the comments. It's active on the vertical side of things. We got Melissa out there, we got Maddie out there, we got Holroyd out there, and we got Sullivan out there as well. Good seeing you out there, Mike Sullivan. And hey, to those of you that are not joining us live, I invite you to join the show daily, 8 o'clock Eastern time, YouTube, LinkedIn, and X, where we get up and get after and give you guys content to get your day rolling in the morning. Yeah, Jimmy, bring the big dog in whenever he's ready.
As a true motherfucking story.
How are you, my brother? How are you today?
I'm good. I've actually just got a fucking great night's sleep.
So, you know what?
Really.
I beat my alarm.
Really good.
Me too. I'm just chomping at the bit. I got up at 3:31 today. 9 minutes before my alarm, brother. 9 minutes.
Yeah. I was funny enough. So check this out. I got a client of mine.
Yeah.
Really cool cat. He's ex-military, and he was dealing with a bunch of stuff, but he was also a lot of pain in his body.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
I think PTSD was part of it too. You're going to like this.
Shit.
So he's getting back into lifting weights, and he's having so much pain in the gym.
Yeah.
Somebody told him to fucking smoke a joint.
Yeah.
So he did it.
Yes.
He's like, fuck. He goes, I didn't have the pain. And
yes.
So he was doing that for a while. And one day, I can't remember. I think he might be, I don't remember where he is, but this is a while back, probably before it was all legal.
Yeah.
And, so he said one day he's sitting in his truck, getting ready to go in the gym. He's got a bong up to his mouth, and a fucking cop pulls up right next to him. And he said he was like, he just put it down gently and nothing happened. But he goes, that was the trigger for me. So he started working on a whole line of cannabis pre-workout products.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah. He's got, I mean, so anyway, he's got a whole bunch of cannabis pre-workout products. I shouldn't say a whole bunch. Anyway, so he also has some stuff for sleep.
Yeah.
But I told him about what happens to me. He says, no, this isn't like that. And so yesterday or the day before, I just took one of the capsules. Didn't notice a little something last night. I took 2, which is what he recommended.
Yeah.
Dude, fuck, I slept fucking great. God,
that's
damn.
awesome, man. That's awesome. Good for you. That's
what I'm really stoked about is that he's taken his problem. He solved his problem. Now he's trying to solve it for others. And I think that's fucking amazing.
Yeah. Well, and I can tell by the excitement in your voice that you're genuinely excited about that. And that's awesome because we know that if we listen, that's the best business to build is if you solve a problem for yourself, there's a high likelihood you're solving it for somebody else.
That's my fucking business altogether.
Yeah, absolutely. Good morning, Season.
Everything I fucking teach is that. Yes.
Yeah. Good morning, Season. Good to see you out there, brother. And good morning, Sullivan out there as well. I'm glad you brought the cannabis topic up, brother. We're doing, obviously we're building a business here. So the cannabis conversation we had last week, our biggest show in the last year, over 2,000 people showed up for that show. So I have another big cannabis topic that I found some research that's talking about cannabis relieving back pain. That's on the table either for tomorrow or Monday. So there's interest there. And here's what's clear to me is that there's interest there, but there's interest in live trustworthy. Back to your peptide stuff, right? When you do your live shows with people, because people want to be able to have a conversation. They want to be able to listen. They want to be able to ask questions, right? They want to be able to get some semblance of knowing that it's not some AI generated stuff, right? So that's great. So we're going to talk about that a little bit next week for sure. How was the last 22 hours, man? What happened in your world?
Yesterday was I definitely felt the kind of the goofy evening and morning.
Did you? Yes. Yeah. Because I know your morning was a little fucked up. Yeah.
And it was kind of right on the cusp. Do I train? So I really want to, so I did. I had a great fucking workout. But Jesus Christ, I was kind of like tired enough that I almost couldn't take a good nap. That was
yeah. You said something. It's funny because I was tired, but I wanted to train. So you did, right? There's times I go through the same situation, but then I fucking smack myself in the face when I'm done. And I'm like, oh, that wasn't very good. And it's like this awareness where I should have not rested. I should have rested in the first place. What I'm asking you is, did you go through the motions yesterday or did you actually get the lift in? Because I tell myself at the time, I got to get the lift in because my brain says do it because it makes you feel good. Then I do it. And then I'm like, oh, that wasn't very fulfilling because I sucked ass at it. You follow me?
100%. I knew that was coming. So what I did is I altered my schedule. So I just did chest.
Oh, okay.
If I was doing like, if I was doing, back or legs. That would have been
those big movements, right? So you would have been trashed. Yeah.
And I've got a nerve issue that I'm working on with my left pec.
Okay.
And so there's a lot of focusing and concentrating rather than just crushing.
Gotcha.
Need that oomph that I didn't have.
Yeah. Cool. Well, I was up at it. I got my lift in this morning, got some cardio work in this morning, got a stretch in this morning. I'm just ready to rock and roll here. And hey, we got some tuna being served up in about 11 minutes or so. We got a guest coming in, Mr. Tuna, showing up here at the bottom of the hour here. So, hey, Sterling Preston, let's get some conversation desk items on the table for Keith and Johnny to chew on. Let's get Mornings in the Lab Nation teed up with what's happening in the world today before we bring in our guests today.
I got to say something about my gay brothers.
Yes.
The other morning when I was on the phone, I could hear him and I couldn't see him. I was like, I miss these boys. So I'm glad to be able to see them today.
Well, listen, during the opener there, as they were setting up the morning loop, you were wandering around the back there with the little puppy. So, Sterling, I noticed you were wandering. I think you were coming out of the restroom and you had the puppy in your hands there. So it was a nice moment from Mr. Anderson. Sterling and Preston.
Listen, I love puppies as much as the next guy. I just don't want to get one with a friend.
Oh, so Keith and John aren't getting a puppy?
No, you know what I'll tell you? I say, take that fucking puppy and get in the shower and think about me with your puppy. That's what I would tell you.
Breaking news, nation. Apparently, we can receive oxygen through our buttholes now.
I don't know if I feel proud or sorry for the human volunteers who proved the concept.
Mm-hmm. Netflix is all in on generative AI now.
And frankly, those who don't do the same will have the same outcome as Blockbuster.
A startup just unveiled a humanoid built for war. Not warehouses, war.
CEO says guns are on the table, calls these bots first line of defense.
LinkedIn didn't shadow ban you, it rewired the feed. Frequency lost its crown. Relevance and real conversation run it now.
If followers scroll past you, LinkedIn learns disinterest and stops showing you. One strong post beats 3 mediocre ones.
Right, the conversation desk with Keith and John. We got a few topics to throw on the table today. The big one I'm going to put at the end here. First of all, so this is just an obvious statement, but I like to put obvious statements on the table because Keith. So here's the good news with Keith and John. We've been around long enough that we can use history to predict the future. And for those of you around that are around for the Blockbuster days and we were renting VHS and going to the store and then wondering why that whole industry went away, well, because it all went to streaming and on demand. Well, the same thing's happening with the world of AI. And Netflix has made their announcement yesterday, John, at their Q3 earnings card that basically we are all in on AI.
Did they have a good earnings call?
They did. Yeah.
God damn it. I was going to fucking bet on that and I didn't do it.
Yeah. And
how much did they go up? How much? What percent?
I don't have it in my notes here actually, but they are, and here's their point, man, is that, AI doesn't make you a great storyteller. It gives great storytellers better tools. And that, I got to be honest, that's what I'm finding as well. Like my ability to be a storyteller now, and I think we're both going to see a lot of new creative storytelling coming to the front. So I put it out there because those folks that are like, oh, AI, well then see you later. You're going to be Blockbuster. It's just true story. Yeah. If you're not going to embrace it, you're going to absolutely be unequivocally left behind in the world of black and white. So
if you can't beat him, you got to join him.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Here's another one, John. I thought about you with this one. This one was so much. This topic is about killer robots, and it wasn't so much about the fact that there's a company now producing killer robots.
Killer, define killer.
Well, actually, there's a company called Foundation out of San Francisco. So I just learned this yesterday. So there's obviously a bunch of robotics companies on the planet right now. One of them, Boston Robotics, probably one of the most famous ones. We see those dogs walking around. And apparently, John, up until now, these robotics companies have all, kind of agreed on these unwritten set of rules that.
Oh, really?
That we're building robots not for military purposes. Well, so all these North American companies have all like, yeah, we're all going to build robots, but we're not going to build them to kill people. Well, the CEO of Foundation's like, nah, fuck that. We're building robots to kill people.
Wow. You broke the rules. It's just a matter of time before somebody does.
I thought of you because that's the adage, right? If you can't beat them, join them because somebody's going to. Somebody's going to. So I might as well be yourself or somebody else. So the guy's like, so again, this story really wasn't so much about the company building bad. It was the fact that he's like, well, you guys kind of go play in your sandbox. I'm going to be the guy that's going to build the sandbox over here and I'll just be the leader. So wherever it goes. And I can appreciate that. What's going on, Marty?
Nothing much, man. What's going on, guys? How you doing? Everything's
awesome.
Good over here, man. Thank you for asking, man.
Yes. Well, good timing because you came in at a perfect time.
Oh, did I? I tend to do that sometimes.
I'm telling you, it could not be a better time because science has discovered and researchers have discovered, Marty, Johnny, that butt breathing is indeed an unconventional but scientifically advancing alternative to support humans with severe lung problems. And I'm being absolutely truthful. There is future trials happening right now, Marty, where they're helping humans breathe out of their ass. And here's the wild part, brother. It actually works in animals. Mice, rats, and pigs survive low oxygen conditions when scientists pumped oxygenated fluids into their intestines. And then as a result, they were breathing out of their ass. Marty!
Was this like passing gas or something? Or are we talking about inhale, exhale? What are we talking about?
We're talking about inhale, exhale. We're talking about, so that humans can breathe, because humans that have severe lung issues, maybe that, in the past would go on an iron lung, now they're discovering that they can they could actually use your anus to breathe out of.
So let me ask you this: if you had a lung issue, would you want that procedure?
Would I want to breathe out of my ass?
Yeah. Would you be cool with that? Would that be comfortable?
I don't know.
I think Johnny would be cool with it. Johnny.
Well, I mean, if this is the last way to fucking breathe, what are you gonna? You're gonna die, or do some ass breathing. You know,
the concept came from loach fish, which naturally breathe through their intestines in low oxygen water. So yes, nation, the future. Yes, Petrocelli. Yes,
I might call it quits.
Yeah. So yes, the future of emergency medicine might include a literal. Oh, I love this term. Backdoor way to breathe. So if you like enjoying the back door, maybe, yeah, well, if you like enjoying the back door, there might just be somebody breathing out of it sometime in the future. But as John said, if it keeps you alive, you're not going to actually care where you're breathing. Out of your mouth or your ass.
Think about what you'll do to stay alive in that fucking 11th hour.
You know what? You're so true, actually.
I mean, think about when people are swimming. If someone's drowning, they'll not even realize they're drowning somebody else trying to stay alive.
Yeah. Yes. That's a very good point. It's a very good point.
You know, I might throw in the towel, Keith.
And hey, I found some interesting stuff yesterday too on the LinkedIn side of things, because we're all in the creator business. Apparently some of the algorithm rules on LinkedIn, and I'm going to suspect some of the other algorithms as well. Passive scrolling now kills your reach. What does that mean? I come across Anderson or Marty's posts, and I'm going to make some assumptions here that's probably on a number of other platforms other than LinkedIn. And what I'm going to say next is obvious, because it's like, well, duh, but until you hear it, it's like, oh, of course. If I see Marty's post in my feed and I scroll past it and I don't engage with it, it's telling the platform that I'm not interested in it. If I'm sitting on it and looking at it for extra seconds, it's telling the platform that I'm interested in seeing it. So it's now, as much as anything, it's monitoring the time that you're spending, not just clicking, but observing with your eyes when you're stopping in the post.
That's been going on the other platforms for a long time, correct?
Yeah, I think to some extent, yeah. So it's
if you watch a full fucking video, you're going to get more of that shit served up.
Yeah, no, what I'm talking with Johnny is the opposite, which is the hover. You actually haven't done anything. You've just scrolled you've scrolled your finger and then all of a sudden I distract you, and then your phone has been left on like something on the feed, but you haven't touched it. Then you picked up the phone again and you moved on. It's telling the algo that you're not interested in it.
Oh, I got you. Okay, so it can tell if you've actually I got you.
Yeah. So like there's a passive, right? So imagine the scroll. So let's imagine the scroll like a timeline, like 1 through 10, and then all of a sudden, the number. Okay, so the scroll's like, okay, well, the scroll is sitting on a 6. I see that John missed 1 through 5. He's not interested in it. We're not going to show it to him again, right? So it's just, listen, it's the game of content, and I guess the bottom line is this, right? Create good quality content that interests your audience, and people will come back to it. And Marty, I was thinking about you, brother, when I was thinking about this, because I know you're out there making content for folks, right? So,
oh yeah, no, that's a good point. No, that's actually, I'm thinking about it from a different angle. So if you get negativity on your post, like myself, you'll have people who don't engage with your post, but they'll watch it just to see what you're up to.
And that's what I'm talking about, Mark. But I was misunderstanding. He's saying that if you're not actually watching it, you just somehow maybe you're stuck between two posts.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, I was going to say that might stop your post from coming up on their feed. So that's actually a good thing.
Yeah, it will. It absolutely will. Yeah, 100%. Yeah. Because so think about this, right? If I keep serving up content in your feed, Marty, and you keep just scrolling past it, there's an obvious signal there that you're not interested in it.
Exactly.
Right. It's an obvious signal. You're like, okay, well, he keeps scrolling past it. He didn't tap on it. He didn't X out of it. He just keeps scrolling past it. So there's something to be said for, if I'm not interested in it, I'm just going to not serve it up to you. And so if I was building the algorithm, that's how I would, but one of the first signals I would put on there was, well, this guy keeps scrolling past my feed. Don't give it to him next time. right? So
Yeah.
Coming up, Neil Tunnah, John Petrocelli, butt-to-butt resuscitation could actually become a thing. Yeah, it's actually true. It could absolutely become a thing in the future. Hey, Jimmy, I think we got a dumb shit award. Before we got Neil Tunnah joining us. Neil, I got you muted on the vertical, Neil. So if I can get you unmuted on the vertical before we bring you in, that would be great. But Jim, before we do that, let's do the quick dumb shit award before we flip on over to our guest coming up, Neil Tunnah.
Fake syringe, not a prank. It's a threat. Charge a stick. Tension is an achievement. Be unignorably useful.
What about you, man? Because I know we like stupid shit, brother. This one here, French influencer reportedly decided to stage fake syringe attacks on strangers. So John,
I saw that.
Like what?
He got arrested, right?
He did.
Yo, people do anything for engagement, man. I saw that, but he's lucky he didn't get hurt. You know, I'm surely gonna butcher Anderson's phrase here. If people would put as much attention into good quality shit instead of negative quality shit, like what could this man achieve in his life? What could he have achieved in his life if he put that same energy into good things instead of fucking trying to attack strangers with a fucking syringe, Marty? Like, yeah, social media is a drug, man. I told you, people just gonna keep doing dumber and dumber stuff, and unfortunately, there's consequences. You know, like the guy you said threw the kid off of the cliff or something crazy. You know, just doing stupid shit.
Dude, last couple of days we were talking. Remember that young little girl, and I only bring this up because she survived, because I don't want to make fun of it or light of it. But the young little girl that fell out of the Disney cruise ship sitting in the porthole,
Good. Unbelievable.
It was revealed that it was the mom setting her up in the porthole, and that's how she fell out of the porthole, because the mom was encouraging the Instagram picture, Marty.
Hold up. No way.
Dude, I'm telling you, dude, I was choking on this one yesterday.
What?
Yeah. So it was like, hey, let's go get a picture with little Lucy in the window. And little Lucy goes in the window. Little Lucy falls out the window into the ocean. The husband jumps in, and mom doesn't say nothing. The cops finally find her phone and look at the phone and notice all the pictures. And you know how a camera roll works. Hey, Marty, the camera roll. Wait a minute. How come there's a picture of the girl sitting over there? But hey, and I guess as long as we keep creating these dumb shit awards, Marty, people are going to keep doing dumb shit.
It's not stopping anytime soon.
Oh no. No,
it's not stopping. I mean, some of them it's money.
Worse.
Yes.
Yeah, and these people make money off of some of these dumb posts too.
Well, that's it. That's exactly it. All right. Well, listen, guys. The morning loop is over. We have somebody coming up here. It's time for some tuna. Neil Tunnah, How to Lead When It's Messy, the playbook for AI growth and culture under pressure. Johnny, if you want to take a quick little step away for a break, we can do that, and we'll bring the guest in, and we'll have a little conversation with Neil Tunnah this morning.
Absolutely. Real quick. We're talking about LinkedIn. So I just went to go look.
Yeah.
We got me streaming too.
Oh yeah. Yes, I know we are. Yeah. That's good. We're on your channel there. That's good.
Yeah. Because remember we were having a hard time.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Somehow now it's fucking up and running. So
there we go.
A.
Beautiful.
All right. Great fucking job, team.
You got this stream on your LinkedIn?
Yeah.
Right now? Oh,
right now.
Keep telling me how to do that. I want to put it on my LinkedIn too.
I will for sure. 100%. All right, guys. Hey, listen, before we go, we got a season strength. You guys have to remember that intelligence is on a bell curve. Half of the people on average are done. The other half are mostly okay and intelligence. You're right, seasoned. And because you, me, Marty, and Johnny are on the high side of intelligence, including Petrocelli, well, we can just ignore the ones that are on the lower side of intelligence. Anyways, let's get the center stage going. Yeah, Marty, what?
Did you tell Mike Sullivan and Petro? I told him you were in the sword video.
Yeah. No, I didn't actually. Yeah, there's a
okay. All right.
Yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit.
We'll talk about it another time. All right, my bad.
100%. Let's do the center stage, Jimmy.
When pressure rises, 3 things hold: behavior, trust, and rhythm. But working under pressure doesn't mean a great team has to run on fumes. Today, we've got someone who has the playbook for leading well no matter how chaotic it gets. Neil Tunnah is the CEO of the Performance Chain Group, and he applies everything he learned from elite rugby to business leadership. He works with leaders who want to grow awesome teams, not just balance sheets. Because high performance doesn't have to equal high casualty rates. Recently, his company launched an AI change process to lower fear and raise trust during AI transitions. He keeps it simple and human. Explain the why, train the how, rehearse the rhythm, so people learn without overload. Off the clock, he's a dad to 2 daughters who love musical theater, so weekends swing from rugby sidelines to show tunes. Every year, he joins the Variety Bash, a wild charity drive for kids in need. Proof that leadership is service, adventure, and heart. His style is honest stories, plus tools you can use today, so you lead better this week, not someday. Neil, welcome to Mornings in the Lab. We're thrilled to have you here today.
All right, we have Neil Tunnah, or is it Tuna? Thank you, Sophia Grant, the resident smoke show here on Mornings. And hey, Marty, I'm suspecting because we don't have HR and because Sophia is an AI-generated human, I can call her a smoke show. Because I'm thinking if she was a real human, that would be maybe.
You never know. She might turn into HR. You know? Make sure Melissa don't turn her into HR. Then I got to take over.
Neil Tunnah, the CEO of the Performance Chain Group. He helps organizations build practical leadership and habits that survive real-world stress, less buzzwords, and more backbone. Jimmy, let's bring him in. The man of the hour, Neil Tunnah. What's going on, Neil?
What's going on,
There
Neil?
we go. How's it going, man?
We got you up there. So first of all, is it Tunnah or is it Tuna?
It's Tunnah. It's
Oh,
Tunnah.
yeah.
But if you were the parents of my friends as I was growing up, it was always Tuna. So don't worry too much about it. It's cool.
Okay, so right off the bat, this is going to be fucking fun. Where are you joining us from? Because the accent is just going to, I can just tell it's going to amplify the energy right off the bat. And I think, Marty, he plays rugby. So Johnny might have something to say with what this guy does. Yeah. So where are you joining us from, Neil?
Well, I'm in Adelaide, South Australia, but I'm not from there. I grew up in Scotland. So.
I was going to say, it doesn't sound like an Australian accent. So that's awesome.
God, no.
It's definitely not Australia. I got curious about watching kangaroos box, so I came down to Australia and had a look around.
That's awesome,
man.
That's so awesome. And so
you still doing that?
Oh man, you got to look at that on social media, Facebook and Instagram. There's boxing kangaroos everywhere.
Yeah,
when I play golf in the morning, there's boxing kangaroos on the golf course.
It's crazy, Marty. You know what's actually crazy? This is a true fucking story. What I'm going to tell you guys both. So I went and spent 2 weeks in Australia back a number of years ago. I spent some time in Southern Australia, Neil, swimming with white sharks. I spent time in a cage with white sharks. You know, I was in Australia for 2 weeks. Didn't see one motherfucking kangaroo.
No way. No way.
Come on, man.
Not a dead one on the side of the highway, not a live one running around. The only ones I saw were in the fucking zoo, Neil.
That's insane. That's insane. I could drive 10 kilometers up the road here and there'd be 6 or 7 dead at the side of the road.
What's going on,
Koala bears falling out of trees and everything.
Tom Ritchie, Cooper Petey, good to see you, Tom. Hey, Johnny, so Neil's a rugby guy.
Nice. I played in college.
Did you?
Yeah. It was it was they started me off as in the what is it, the ruck, right? And I was like, get me out of here. This is not what I came for. You know, it's the first day of practice.
Crazy.
I told and I said, look, I I'm gonna be back there carrying the ball, or I'm this is it. You know, this is I said I would come check it out. And they said, okay, in conditioning, if you can be in the top 5 of all the sprints, you'll go to the back line tomorrow. And damn right, I fucking made sure I was in the top 5 of all the fucking sprints. I was fucking running for my fucking life because that's what I was doing in the ruck, man. It was they had me as a second row and then went to flanker, thinking I would want to stay as a flank. No, I didn't want to be a fucking hit man. I want to be a glory guy.
You'd end up with ears like this, but
there you go. Yeah.
Messed up ears with no front teeth.
You know what's cool though, Neil? And what a contrast, Marty, Johnny. So Neil mixes rugby sidelines with musical theater. Like Neil, you talk about a contrast, brother. You go from rough and tumbling, crushing ears to belting up musical theater with your daughters, man. Like what? Let's talk a little bit about that, man.
It's I don't do too much. I support them, Keith. They're obsessed, to be honest with you. Yeah. So they're completely obsessed. Like musical.
How old are your daughters? How old are they?
12 and 9 at the
Oh,
moment. My eldest's away for a few days just now, but my wife literally runs around the country just driving them around to musical theatre, and they're just obsessed. It's awesome to watch, though. I love it. It's cool.
That's awesome. That's
That is
awesome.
Great. If great at that age, they've got a passion like that. That's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? And I think like they watch myself and my missus are both pretty passionate. I'm passionate about obviously rugby and leadership, and my wife's obsessed with performing arts as well. So that's apple perfect. Doesn't fall far from the tree.
Yeah.
You guys are leading. That just shows how well you guys are leading by example, by what you do, not what you say.
Trying to, and that's it, John, isn't it? It's like that is leadership in a nutshell. Your words and actions have to align, otherwise it's not real, and people see through the bullshit really quickly.
Oh, I love I love that we've segued nicely into leadership, because that's where I really wanted to take today's conversation. Neil is expert and speaks a lot about leadership, and we started talking about your daughters, Neil. Neil, what did your daughter's love of theater teach you about presence and about performance that I'll just say that leaders and good leaders need at work?
Yeah, I think it's a great question, Keith, because like what I see from them in terms of courage and discipline is just unbelievable. The courage they have to, like, again, they were in a musical about 6 weeks ago, and they were rehearsing every single day, and some days they're getting up with their eyes hanging out their head. They're absolutely rooted. They're like, I'm too tired. Not once did they say, I don't want to go. They're like, hey, I'm tired, but let's go. Let's get in the car and go. So there's that piece. There's the courage. There's the resilience. There's willingness to, when you get knocked down, get up and just keep going. And I think you nailed it, John. It's about the passion piece. So when you're really, really passionate about all that shit, it becomes easy. You just take your eyes and put them back in your head and keep going. Yeah, that's it. It's because you love it.
Neil, one of the things we talk about passionately here on the show, and one of the things that I believe John believes, and I know Marty believes, that I believe many of humans' difficulties in life is they don't find an interest that they can be swallowed up in. When you have an interest, you can find a purpose and a passion and just go after that interest nonstop. Talk about your daughters. Your daughters are clearly interested in theater.
Yeah.
Getting up, don't need mom and dad to prod them. Talk about the power of interest and what that means to leadership.
Well, I reckon it's huge, Keith, isn't it? Because they're like, I think we're caught in a time, and we've sort of grown up in a time. Like, I actually had this conversation yesterday. If we go back to our schooling, right? I mean, like when I talk about school, I'm talking about junior and high school.
Yes.
I could probably count on one hand the number of times I was told that I was brilliant at something. And I think what that does is constrains passion. So if you don't really clearly understand what you're great at and no one tells you about it, then where does passion ignite from? So I think it's almost ingrained in us as kids to, again, if I look back at all my school reports, I mean, Neil needs to try harder. He doesn't focus enough. He needs to pay attention more. He's all right at this. And I worked out at that point, I was okay at rugby, I would say. So I just went after that really, really hard. And again, it's interesting because that passion piece, I had no idea until I was in my early 30s what I was about. But then I found coaching, and then coaching actually, I thought it was rugby, but then it actually taught me it was people. So that whole journey was always bringing me back to people, and how do we put people in places together and get the best out of them. And that's where my passion lies. And look, it's a place that not everyone gets the opportunity to explore what they're passionate about, because they're just in that grind of doing what they've been told they have to do to pay the mortgage or
helping people reach their potential is pretty fucking addicting, isn't it?
Oh, it's unbelievable. Like, you bounce out of bed in the mornings, bounce out of bed. It's when you see change, when you see growth, and then you see the reward that people get from that, it's like a drug, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. Totally agree, brother.
What's the one thing you learned the most from your rugby career? Yeah.
Oh, mate, shouldn't have paid John. It's what John said. John was talking about it before. He wanted to be out the back. I was stuck straight in the middle of the whole thing, and I was stupid enough to keep burying my head in it. So I reckon it's crazy resilience, just to get up and keep going. Just to get up.
But let's stay there, because I think that's interesting, because you you maybe struggled with the response, yet it was so obvious that it was so simple. I'm going to make an assumption here because you took it for granted because you went to work. It's the hardest thing most of us don't know how to do. You see what I'm getting at? Is that John and I talk about it often, Marty, is that we just show up every single day. Yet this is difficult for many people. Yet we just take it for granted. Yeah. You got to work, you went to rugby, you put your head down, went to work. You're like, well, this is just what I do.
Yeah, I think that's massive as well. I think that's massive. And I think, like, again, I'll go back to, we look at the generations and stuff coming through and into the workplace now. I wonder what that looks like for them because, again, we've got schools and sports teams now that give participation medals away. Yeah. So, like, where's the hard work coming from?
Yes.
Like, what are they working for? Well, I'm just the same as everyone else, no matter how hard I work. Like, we're not actually breeding it into them anymore. So where's the drive? Where's the hunger? Where's that? That resilience. It's gritty. You have to get up. You have to keep going because if I don't, I'm not going to get to that place that I want to go, or I'm not going to get that reward. Everyone gets rewarded for being mediocre.
Yeah. Oh, mediocrity is rewarded daily, isn't it?
Yeah.
How are you teaching your daughters not to embrace mediocrity? Because society is already allowing them society is already encouraging them to accept mediocrity. How are you encouraging them to move past it? Is it the passions that you and your wife have, and is it what they see you guys doing?
Yeah, it's a great question, and I think that's a lot of it is I talk about just observable behaviors, and I think that links directly back to culture. So by that, all I mean is what I want them to see from me every day, and if they see it from me, I hope it rubs off at some point. Now, I use that word hope, knowing fine well that everything in science tells us it will rub off. So I just make sure I'm red hot with what I'm doing and they're seeing it. And look, I challenge them as well. They've got the 12 and 9, they've got a board through there, and they went back to school 2 weeks ago after the holidays, the vacation. And I was like, right, get through there and write on the board what you're brilliant at and what you're going to be brilliant at for the next 10 weeks at school. So they went through and did it. And now they see it every morning when they get up. So it's literally, it's in their face. I'll tell you a funny story. My youngest was at a dance competition. She was 6 years old, and there was 3 of them in the group. And she's got on stage at the end, and they've got 3 medals, and all the medals are the same. And she gets up on stage, and the person's handing out the medals, and they give it to the first 2 girls, and they get to my girl, and she said, "Oh, here's your medal." And my youngest went, "I don't want that." And the person giving out goes, "Well, why don't you want it?" "Because no one's winning here. I haven't earned it. If I haven't won, I don't want a medal." I'm sitting going, yes.
That was your 9-year-old or your 12-year-old?
My 9-year-old, and she was only 6 at the time.
It's always the young one, dude. You know?
Yeah, you're spot on.
Marty, I know
the young one.
I love it. Instill it in them early. You got to instill it in them early, man. That's great. So,
that is a drop the mic moment. I don't want the award because nobody's winning anything. She's 6.
She's gonna be a beast.
Compete to win. Win.
That is awesome, man. Hey, so trust is difficult to find these days in a world of AI. We don't know what's real. We don't know what's fake. It's we're needing to work hard on the humanity of building trust again. Trust as an operating system, Neil. How do you measure trust on a team?
Yeah.
And what's your fastest way to nudge it up when you're working with folks?
Yeah, and again, another great question, right? I think,
dude, I'm paid to ask the fucking great questions, Neil Tunnah. I'm just telling you right now. I'm just putting it out there. I'm paid to ask these great questions.
Well, you're nailing it. You're 2 out of 2 so far.
Beautiful.
Well done. Let's celebrate. Let's give him a medal.
No, your daughter would say no because nobody's winning anything over here.
Yeah. You're getting a medal just for showing up. The trust thing's a great question, isn't it? Because it's foundational for every relationship that we ever have that has any meaning about it. So in terms of measuring it, like, again, we would look at the actions and words align straight away. We'd watch an environment and people in it and just look at, are people doing what they say they're going to do? Are they competent at what they do? What does the connection look like? So how well do they know each other, I think that's something that sport taught me, was that when there's a deeper connection, a connection beyond what you're just there doing at work, and you actually give a shit about the people around you, then you can elevate performance. And what I mean by that is probably that we see two types of teams. We see teams that when the shit hits the fan, they pull apart and everyone starts knifing each other in the back and talking about each other behind the back. And then we see the other kind of team that when the shit hits the fan, they come together, become cohesive, and they work it out. And those teams are high trust teams normally. So you can go in and watch an environment around how they interact with each other, and you can see there's more care than there is in the team that's pulling apart. It's back to that, a team of champions or a champion team. It's the oldest cliches in the book actually mean something when you look at them. Really, it's back to that trust piece.
Neil, Marty played D1 basketball and he's been on teams his whole life. Marty, when Neil talks about that, I'm kind of curious about this trust factor. Neil, when you walk into a room, are you able to identify immediately? And Marty, have you been on teams where there is what Neil talked about? There's the group of guys that are together, and there's the group of guys that are clicky, talking behind everybody's back. Marty.
Yeah. Oh yeah, absolutely. I've experienced both.
You have?
Oh yeah. And there's a difference with the championship teams and a difference with the teams that aren't championship teams.
And it's that obvious, eh, Marty? Like it's like the culture is that obvious. Like when yeah,
it's that obvious, man. A lot of it starts with the coach. I'm sure Neil can attest to that. Being a coach and leading his daughters and everything. But if the 9 times out of 10, if the coach is shady and he's not establishing that authority and establishing that leadership, the team is going to be trash.
Yeah, but I couldn't agree more. I think the team becomes a reflection of the coach, to be quite honest with you, and that's probably its best. And then its worst, teams end up doing things in spite of the coach. And I think, like you talk about sustainable performance, you get massive peaks and massive troughs when your teams start almost running on fear and adrenaline. It's only a matter of time before it crashes and people start burning out and falling out.
Yeah. Hey, Neil, as a leader and as you coach other leaders, coach John, myself, and Marty a little bit, give us a nugget. If we only had 60 seconds before heading into a group meeting, would you encourage us to drop some rousing words on the table for our team? Or would you encourage us to talk about a clear behavior change? And why would you make either recommendation?
Yeah, well, I think I know we see movies and stuff where you've got these big pep talks, any given Sunday and these types of movies, and I think they're immensely entertaining. But and listen, Marty, it'd be great to get your thoughts on this. My experience in the last 10 years of coaching professional sport is that none of that actually really works. It just makes a coach feel good because they've gotten something off the chest. Athletes are switched off at that point, thinking about what their role is in the game that's about to get going.
Oh, interesting.
That's my experience of that. That approach, I guess. What do you think, Marty? Is that how does that land in basketball?
I think there's a time and place for it. If you come with that rah-rah movie moment at the right time, it works. It sticks. But I think for coaches, the thing that probably establishes them the most and shows there's a difference from other coaches is how they react in adversity, right? Let's say that the ref makes a bad call, the ref does something crazy, technical foul, ejects someone. How's your coach going to react? I've had coaches kick the chair down and slam the clipboard, and those weren't championship teams. But the coaches who were resilient, they were calm, kept the team calm. Those ended up being the winning coaches at the end of the day.
Yeah, I love it. You're talking about balance now. So the balanced coaches that have, they have emotional control, I would call it. And that doesn't mean, I think there's a blind spot there for some of those coaches, in that sometimes it can be perceived that you maybe don't care so much. So I think you've got to sort of walk that tightrope and make sure that at key moments people see that you give a shit. I think that's a really, really important part of leadership, is making sure that, number one, you lead as you, but number two, when emotion needs to be shown, you're showing it in the right way and everyone can see it.
Are you okay showing emotion, Neil? And I got a second part to this question. My assumption is you have daughters. Your daughters have encouraged you as a man to have that emotion. Would that be fair for you? Because some from the rugby pitch, probably very masculine type world. You grew. I'm making assumptions. Please correct me if I'm wrong. But rugby pitch, probably masculine world. You have some daughters in the life. You grow up in a house of estrogen. You're like, okay, I guess I got to soften my approach a little bit. Would that be fair for me to say?
Yeah, I think like male sport, and listen, female sport as well, but immensely competitive, alpha male, testosterone fueled.
Yes.
So it's easy to show some emotions. It's easy to get fired up and get excited and show that and be passionate. But I think the other piece is like, how do you show disappointment, and like how do you reflect and review from a place of anger? Do you cry? And I've worked and been around coaches that have done everything.
How do you reflect? That's interesting. How do you reflect disappointment? It's just like Marty's comment on if you see a coach reacting to a bad situation on the court, how is he going to react to that? It's the same way of how does a coach react emotionally to a different situation, Neil, isn't it?
Yeah. The biggest thing that I see there is be yourself.
Yes.
Like, coaches need to be themselves. If you're not real, it's fake, and everyone sees through it straight away. Be yourself and have the confidence and courage to be yourself.
Yeah, Marty.
What do you reckon, Chris?
Yeah, I got a question, because since we're on the subject of team sports, we don't have a lot of coaches come on that coach teams. When let's say there's a team in your conference or your league or something, if they have a coach you don't like or you have a history with them and you really want to win badly, have you had a moment where you felt like the team felt that and they probably took that game personal on your behalf? You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like they kind of had your back. They know you really want to win that game. So I feel like when you're a great coach and you display that emotional intelligence, your team will have your back in instances like that. Is there anything you can share?
100%. I think I think I hear a lot of stories. Well, I do hear a lot of stories about there's got to be this real line between athletes and coaches. I actually think there needs to be this real connection between athletes and coaches, but there needs to be boundaries around it. Mm-hmm. So I think that the best coaches connect deeply with the athletes to the point where they genuinely care about each other. But there's boundaries in that in terms of how we interact and behave around each other, and there's expectations and roles and responsibilities, the same as there is in any team, whether it's sport or business. But I think the best coaches, like, they just know their athletes so well, inside and out. And when you've got that level of connection, when you ask for something or you display that you need something, whether that's an athlete or a coach, I think everyone will go above and beyond for each other. And that's an emotional attachment, I think, that you're talking about, Mari. I just think that's a performance elevator. If you work really, really hard on that as a leader, I think when times get difficult, I go back to that two types of teams. You can actually bring people together and you can get elevated performance, or you can be in a real shitty place and climb your way out of it. The other side's just superficial. So, when pressure comes on, it disintegrates.
Hanging out with Neil, John, Keith, and Marty here on Mornings Live with Keith and John. Neil Tunnah joining us, the Scottish guy all the way from Australia. Neil, I got a couple questions from the comments before. Dude,
hey, real quick. Sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm having some internet issues. I keep chopping in and out. I'm only hearing about half of what's going on. I think I got it fixed.
All good, brother. All good. We got John Anderson hanging with us as well. We got some questions for you, Neil, before we wrap up with you, brother. I want to be respectful of your time here, so I might keep you a couple minutes extra. You okay with that? Just a couple minutes
Easy.
extra? Awesome.
No stress.
So listen, we got some questions from the comments. Season Strength, one of our awesome members of the community here, comes in and he's got a question for you, Neil. I coach and teach at the high school level. I see a generation of boys that are lost, have only passion for their phones and their hairdos. What advice would you give the young man today?
What the fuck?
It's a great question. And Neil, if I may ask, myself and Johnny are 53. Marty's our young punk. He's our son. He's 31. How old are you, Neil? Are you in your early 40s?
46 now. Yeah, 46.
Okay. So then you're right. You're right within our demographic. What's the advice you give to Season Strength?
Yeah, it's like a great question, isn't it? Because it's so common, and it's like it's no longer the start of the problem. It's ingrained in society. Like, everyone, the first thing you do is pick up the phone in the morning. When it comes to team stuff now, like, and again, I don't know what it's like in schools there, but schools here in Australia, kids are handing the phone in at the front door, and they're not getting it back till 3:00 in the afternoon because it's become such a societal problem.
Interesting.
I would go back to whether it's high school or whether it's professional or whether it's community sport. I'd be creating a set of like a team charter, if you like, where we get the players to commit to being present And part of that being present is, right, what do we need to do if we're going to be present? And help them workshop through it, so you get to that point where you can drive it to a place where, hey, when you're in the environment, let's leave the phones alone. Let's pay each other enough respect that this is what we're here to do. Let's have some fun connecting as human beings and then playing sport together. But it's much easier to say than it is to do now, because it's literally, you said it before, you guys, it's a drug. Having your phone in your hands is a drug. We're addicted to them as human beings.
Yes.
So you're talking about breaking a cycle to try and get these moments where they actually commit to connecting better as human beings. It's hard.
It is absolutely hard. I see ASA, I see your comments out there. Ross Mayab, thanks for joining us this morning on the show here. Ross has got some great comments out there as happening in the community. Johnny, Marty, any closing questions or comments for Neil as we work towards walking Neil out of the lab here this morning?
I think what you're doing is great, brother. I think that especially talking about human-to-human connection in coaching is, I mean, the way society is going, we're more connected to the people on the other side of our phone than the people standing in front of us. And especially a team sport, man, you can't be connected. You got to be connected to the people you're with physically.
100%.
Marty,
I think we're in a place in society, we're about to move through change at the fastest has ever happened with AI, aren't we? So
yes.
And listen, all our research that right now, the business is telling us that the bottleneck's going to be, well, there's going to be an energy or a power bottleneck, but more importantly than that, the human adoption side of things is probably the center point of where we need to start if we're going to embrace this change, is making sure that humans still understand that they are the center point of, and I'm going to put myself out here, the center point of importance on the survival of this planet. And that sounds like crazy big and out there, but if we start to neglect the basic human need to be connected with other human beings and allow everything else to overtake, we're going to end up with a pretty sorry society pretty quickly.
Quite dystopian, eh? Marty, some closing comments for Neil?
Yeah, I just want to say, man, I played D1 basketball, and I took it for granted. I didn't realize the brotherhood and all the lessons I learned, man. So this was a refreshing convo for me, because I'm super passionate about sports and brotherhood and everything. So keep doing what you're doing, man. Definitely appreciate you coming on.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Thanks for having me here.
Neil, I got a big closing question for you here, if I may. And I'm going to put this one on the table for you, brother. When pressure peaks and no one has the answers, perhaps not even yourself, what have you seen great leaders do differently in those first 10 minutes during that pressure peaking that an average leader avoids?
Yeah, that's a great question again. Do you know, I think it lies in emotional regulation, Keith.
Okay,
The best leaders know themselves well enough that they know how to control themselves so that they can either take their brain or their body and their brain to find the answers. And what I mean by that is they can calm themselves, emotionally regulate, find the answer in their own head. And if they can't, they go and find what we would call their cabinet or their trusted advisors, and then they collaborate to find the answers. It's that emotional regulation. It's
interesting to hear your response, because it loops right back to the red thread with Marty's question. When he's like, what do you say to that coach who's going nuts on the fucking bench when a bad situation happens, right? So the ref on the court or on the ice makes a bad call. The ref goes off the coach goes off sideways. That's exactly what we're talking about. There's pressure peaking. And what you're saying is the coach who takes a deep breath, observes the situation, doesn't throw chairs, doesn't act like a dick, methodically plans the next move. That is what you're saying is the difference, isn't it, Neil?
Absolutely. And like John said at the start, it's those, well, whether it's your girls or your teammates or your coach or your people at work. Like if you're a leader, everyone's watching you all the time.
Yes.
You are the temperature check or the benchmark for the behavior in the organization. So you got to be really intentional about what you want while still being able to be you. But again, everyone sees it. If you're the person that's breaking the glass or throwing the chairs down the court, everyone's watching that. So they'll behave like that.
Awesome. Guys, Neil Tunnah joining us all the way from Adelaide you're in today, or where are you in Adelaide?
Adelaide Hills.
What a wonderful little community in Adelaide. I enjoyed my time when I spent some time in Adelaide. Neil joins us. Neil, how can folks connect with you, find you, and engage with you? What's the best way?
Best place is LinkedIn. So just have a look for Neil Tunnah on LinkedIn and you'll find me. And give me an ad and I'll I try and be great at responding. So yeah, it'd be great to hear from people.
Awesome. And because you're in the future, is there anything that Keith, John, and Marty should know about today that is happening in front of us that we don't know is coming?
I'll tell you a funny story. I was in Atlanta 2 years ago, and I jumped in an Uber from the airport into the city. Yeah. And the guy that's driving Uber heard the accent. He says, "Oh, where have you come from?" I said, "I've come from Australia." He's like, "Shit, man, you're a time traveler. What's happened on the stock markets?"
That's exactly it. Neil, I appreciate you, man. We always say this: once you're a guest, you're now part of the alumni. You're part of the family. If you got anything you want to talk about, you come back and join us in the show anytime. Okay?
Brilliant. Appreciate your time, gents. Great to meet you all.
All right.
Pleasure, brother.
All right, Neil Tunnah's out of here, guys. We're going to do lifestyle tip with John Anderson and reset hour 2 on Mornings in the Lab. Marty, you sticking around? You got to rock and roll, brother.
I'm still here for now.
Beautiful. Awesome. Let's do it, guys. Let's reset with Johnny.
All right, we talk about responding rather than reacting. Generally speaking, when you react, the outcome is never quite as good as when you take a deep breath and respond. Well, let's talk about the mechanism. It's easy to say, to do, but what is it that actually helps you execute this little tiny tip that can be like literally life-changing? Well, it all comes down to your emotions. Somebody says something that pushes an emotional button and pow, you light up like a Roman candle. In that moment, very, very, very easy to react rather than respond. So the tip is this. I'm not saying don't have emotion. I'm saying take a deep breath, because generally speaking, that emotion that hits you like a freight train is a little bit different, or feels a little bit different than it will after just a few seconds of breathing and looking at it from a slightly different perspective, which would mean literally just taking a few seconds to look at it again. So if you're one of these people who is trying to stop yourself from reacting, and generally speaking, they're overreactions, the tip is this. Try to get a grip on your emotions by just a brief pause, 3 deep breaths, respond. Because when you respond to a situation, the odds are you're going to have a much more productive outcome to the situation. Rock and roll.
Good morning. Good morning. Welcome back to hour 2 of Mornings in the Lab. Quick recap. We just had Neil Tunnah. Hey, Marty, how about that, eh? His 6-year-old? No, I don't want the award because nobody's winning.
She's going to be a monster, man. That's very refreshing, you know?
That is awesome. Like,
you know,
go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, in a world where everyone's freaking entitled and just wants a reward for nothing, you know, it seems like that. What is that, Gen Alpha? What generation is that? It seems like they're shifting it back to normal, you know? That moment, I'm going to suggest, tells me much about her inevitable future. Oh, right? Yeah. Like it's clear, if I'm her parents, it's clear that I'm seeing success written all over her path. Oh, because she's I don't want the trophy. Great. I love it. I absolutely love it. That's awesome. Neil is great, man. I love his energy, man. His leadership energy. I like there's something about his energy, his charisma. Would you agree with what I'm saying? There's something about it. His presence, maybe, is what it was. There's something about him I really enjoyed. Well, you know, it just having different coaches growing up. You know, you got certain coaches that they say one thing and it goes in one ear and out the other. But you got other coaches that as soon as they talk, they command attention. You know, I think I got that gift too. But yeah, I think Neil. I agree with you. I could see myself being coached by him. Because he strikes me as somebody who would listen to me. He strikes me as somebody that would challenge me, and he strikes me as somebody that seems quite reasonable too. And even just I like his demeanor. You know what I mean? Like his demeanor was quite welcoming. Yeah, and I think he said he played, right? You know, those tend to be some of the best coaches too. The guys that actually played.
Yeah, exactly. And guys, we talked about butt breathing might be an unconventional but safe alternative in that first hour. Netflix says they're all in on AI, and there's a startup that's breaking the rules and they're creating killer robots. Yep, true story. We're going to talk about light fixes, mouth tape fails, and weekly status in 30 seconds, as well as the community corner coming up at the bottom of the hour. Hour 2, guys, is starting right now. Hey, Marty, Jimmy, let's go back to hour 1 here, morning loop. I didn't get to the midnight snack conversation. Jimmy, let's run a little open. I want to have a chat with Marty and John when he gets back around the midnight snack. I know John's not a midnight snack person, but there's something to be said for folks that like to spend time in the kitchen chasing food at midnight or in the later hours. Jimmy, let's run that clip if we can.
Midnight raid, test it, don't trust it. Water first, protein next. If it's hiding, walk away.
So, Marty, there's this ridiculous midnight snack IQ test. Have you seen it across the socials?
Mm-mm.
Yeah. So apparently, it's this snack IQ test that's that questions folks around what they do late at night, you know, in the kitchen. Right. And there's no single official format for this whole thing, but it's what do you do? Is it games? Is it quizzes? Is it when you're standing in the kitchen looking for food? I'm just trying to find my notes here. It's a modern, fuck. I just butchered the segment up. Jimmy. Yeah, no, it's not working as well as I thought it was going to work. So I'm not.
I'm just assuming you were saying people are getting a midnight snack doing like a late night activity, or is that what you?
Yeah, and the idea is that if you stand in the fridge light, it's like the sun. You lose like 10 IQ points. So it's like doing these. It's like if you're standing in the kitchen doing dumb shit. You what's your IQ for doing that? So you're standing in the kitchen digging into peanut butter, you knock your IQ down by this. Standing in the kitchen digging into the jar of chocolate chips, knock your IQ down by this. So you're crushing cereal, knock 30 points off. So I guess there's these trends happening on the platforms where folks are like challenging themselves to like, what's your IQ? Well, my IQ is this because I crushed some fucking pebbles, some peanut butter, some chocolate chips, and it's just a fun type thing that I found. I thought it was going to be a better segment than it's turned into.
No, it's all good. I mean, hey, it's
yeah.
I was just going to add, people aren't honest about their midnight snacks too.
No,
they're not honest.
Actually, that's probably one of the biggest. I'm not going to use the word lie because that's a heavy word. Misleading okay. Information, not sharing with their coach. It would make me, right. Like
omitting the truth.
Oh yeah.
There we go. I'm with you.
Yeah. Omitting the truth. I like that. Yes. Yeah. So, Keith, did you eat anything last night? Nope, not at all. Nope, didn't eat nothing. Really, Mr. Billis? Omitting the truth. Yeah, a lot of folks do, eh?
Yeah, they do, and it makes my job as a fitness coach difficult. Well, I can't help you if you're not telling me the truth. You know what's interesting, Marty, is that it makes you wonder if somebody just is it their own guilt which is preventing them from sharing that truth? Because I think they would not, or is it because they're concerned how you're going to judge them, or is it both? It's both. Yeah, it's both. Yeah, especially I'm a pretty stern. I don't know if stern's the right word, but I hold people accountable. So that's your job, though. They don't want to hear that shit. Well, yeah, I guess that's the case. But that your job is to hold them accountable. Exactly. Right. So, hey, have you ever slept late at night, Jimmy? Get ready for this clip, man. After I open this up here, have you ever slept at night with mouth tape? Never. I see people do it all the time. What the fuck is that? I don't know, man. I mean, somebody explained the benefits to me before. It just didn't sound like something I needed, Just sounded one of those stupid fucking things, man. What the fuck? Jimmy, the tape falls off, irritates the skin, or worse, it masks sleep apnea and it drops oxygen.
Tape failed you? Fix the airway, not the vibe. Strip, side sleep, humidify, breathe better,
sleep deeper.
Last night in bed, the evidence, Marty, that's Sora, man, fucking pretty good, eh? Evidence this week, brother. A 2025 systematic review found that small, low-quality studies mixed results and flagged potential risks, including, and here's the no shit Sherlock statement, Marty, including asphyxiation. Of course.
Yeah, I'm not surprised, man.
And listen, I know we're going to talk Alex Hormozy next week, and I want to get a date from you when you're here, so we'll work together on that. But what's also with the fucking nose strips, man?
I'm not sure what that is either, man.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I know exactly what you're talking about. I watch Hormozy, so I know exactly what you're talking about.
So you know what? Maybe I'll start a trend, Marty. I'll wear a nose strip, and I'll wear the football marks, and I'll put some tape over my mouth, and that'll be like we can start a new trend.
You think it'll work? I'm being so honest because it's like anything stupid, people will, they'll fall in line and do it with you.
But you know what? To Neiman's point, she's bang on, man. She's bang on. What? Like my sunglasses and like my hat and like my shirt, what has it created for folks? An identity, right? So when you see Hormozy, what's Hormozy? Hormozy? How do you fucking say
Thank you.
Hormozy, yeah.
Well, you see,
it's
gotta
like
slow
mom.
it down a little bit, man. Yeah, slow it down.
It's just like mom.
When you see Hormozy and you see his, you obviously immediately recognize him, right? So it's as much as branding thing. Hey, Johnny, you heard us kind of bullshitting. Yes, Petro, we're talking bullshitting. We're talking about mouth tape. Now, you're the human experiment. I'm going to assume no, but I also never know with you. In your entire life, have you ever sat back and taped your mouth shut to sleep?
No.
Have you been?
Johnny's tried everything, so it's some dumb shit.
So,
well, there's a specific reason why I got to.
I love the unequivocal no, though, Marty. No.
Well, it's just because there's I got a deviated septum, and so my
okay.
It's so that's kind of like before I go to sleep at night, I got to take a couple of pumps of like a Vicks nasal spray to keep me opened up.
Yeah. That would have happened.
It actually makes a big difference if I don't breathe well through my nose. It definitely inhibits my breathing through the night, and if you're not breathing well through the night, that's troublesome.
Well, yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So anyways, guys, having some fun here with taping your mouth shut. The quick fixes are tempting, but the smart fixes, they probably win. If you're having trouble sleeping and you want to tape your mouth shut, maybe go have a conversation with somebody first. And as John would say too, look for the root cause. Like, so, I'm going to suggest that if you're thinking about just putting a tape on your mouth, you maybe not have found the problem. You're just trying to put a quote unquote Band-Aid on it, right?
So many people they'll sleep a lot better if they just drop some body fat.
Simple.
Seriously? Yeah.
If you look at it, it's not that simple in terms of some people just they've got the way that they're built. They just don't, they don't breathe well. But then at the flip side is if you look at a majority, I should say a lot of people that have trouble sleeping and breathing, it's because they're overweight. Like I can't tell you how many people under my wing, when we pull 50 pounds off them, their sleep apnea goes away.
Yeah. So, I've certainly heard that too. Well, and John, I'm going to speak with anecdote, no fact here, but I'm going to make
too. If I'm over 300 pounds, I'm not breathing while sleeping.
Well, and I'm also going to make some assumptions here too. If you're maybe carrying extra weight, you may be carrying extra body heat. Maybe the whole situation is not setting you up for perhaps a better sleep. I'm just thinking out loud here.
It's like for me, it's not a fat thing. It's just my neck gets fucking thicker.
Right. Yeah. And interesting, Roofy coming in. More important, tape my ears shut. I use loop earbuds because noise mess. Interesting. I've never slept with earbuds. It's funny because I went to bed last night.
They won't stay in my ear.
They won't stay in your ear?
No, I move because I sleep on my sides.
Oh yeah. It's funny because I went to bed last night before Lauren and Brooks, and the light was on our Lauren's nightstand was on our bedroom last night. I fucking passed straight out. Woke up this morning. Like she came to bed. The light. Nothing wakes me up, man. I was boom, boom, boom. Went straight to sleep. Marty, I see you smirking there. That doesn't work for you? No, you gotta have.
I'm pretty good, man. I just knock out. You know,
yeah.
I don't know if it's because playing ball. I got to go to sleep on the bus when my teammates talking and all that stuff. But I could knock out anywhere on the plane. I sleep fine. I know people struggle there, but I don't need any of that stuff.
Yeah, interesting. Hey, did you know morning light beats any app? And we know this, but Jimmy, let's run this little clip.
Beats any app?
Morning light beats any app. 2 minutes, eyes to sky, glasses off, face the sun. Then move. Your body wakes.
Just taking a page from your life of simplicity, Anderson. Too often we get focused on, I got to get a nap to help me get moving, get up, get my morning woken up, etc., etc. The cheapest, quickest thing, guys, get outside, get some light. And I know, you wake up in the dark there, John, and so do I, but we know science tells us that that morning light will help set the body up. So again, just throwing a did you know topic on the table instead of overcomplicating, going, okay, I got to go find a bunch of complicated solutions. No, just get some light. Get some morning light. There you go. Morning light will help.
Are we talking about circadian rhythm? Or are we talking about waking up?
Yeah, well, a bit of both, but anchoring the circadian rhythm through morning light, right? And we know that
bedtime is going to do a set bedtime is going to do a better job.
Yeah. Yes. And but I will add though, you get that set bedtime. You get up with a proper light rhythm in the morning. There's science that'll support that as well. So you can double it.
Oh, you're getting on both sides of that.
Yeah, 100%.
And just add a little blood flow early in the morning. You're good.
But my point though, right there, John, I'm glad you said it. There's nothing complicated about it, actually. Consistently get to sleep. Go find some light in the morning. Get yourself moving. There you go. It's simple.
None of it's complicated.
No.
You just got to fucking do it.
Yep. 100%. 100%. All right, one last topic here before I let you guys get out of here today.
I got a quick question for Johnny too.
Yeah, let's do it.
If you want to do it before or after the topic,
let's do it.
All right. So, John, I know you've had every injury on earth. I got this like knot in my lat, man, and it's really bothering my shoulder. And I started foam rolling it. It's literally right here on my lat, man, on the left side.
In your armpit, or is it down lower?
Down lower. I started foam rolling it, man, and it's like excruciating pain, man.
Like halfway down, or I mean, like, talk to me, like, is it's armpit, like, because there's, say, your lat hooks into your lower back just a few inches above your waist, and then the top's the armpit. So somewhere where in the middle,
closer to the armpit, yeah,
closer to the armpit,
yeah.
Okay, so what I probably that you got to look at why is it there? If it's not going away, it's got to be something you're doing in your life, like the way you're sitting, like you're like, you have this new venture. Are you doing something in this new venture that you weren't doing a few months ago? That's a repetitive thing every day. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Like there was a period where I had to do some, like an extra hour. I was filling the gap for one of our team members. So I had to do something, and every day for an hour, I was right here, right, for a straight hour. And dude, probably 45 days into there, dude, I started having some fucking crazy neck pain. And it was all because I spent an hour right here that I wasn't before. So you got to find that thing that you're doing now with some repetition that's causing it. Once you stop doing that, then your foam rolling will work. But right now, the foam roll is just a Band-Aid over the root of whatever's causing it.
Okay.
It's always what we do. Like, I would just look at your rhythm of your life. You'll feel, okay, fuck, I wasn't doing this before. What am I doing now that I wasn't before this started? And you got to look. Right. It could be 30 to 60 days before that not actually started to bother you. That it started creating that. You could almost call it like an imbalance. Like for me, like literally as soon as I discovered it, I moved my phone to the other side. The whole fucking thing started changing, right? So then I realized that I had to kind of go back and forth, and I just realized my posture. There was so many little things that I was doing all around that one task that was causing the issue in my neck.
Okay. Appreciate it, brother.
I like those choice of words, Marty, the rhythm of your life. Because that's something where it's creating awareness within your day to go, okay, what am I doing? Oh, wait a minute. I'm sitting a certain way in my truck, and since I've been driving my truck this way, we take things for granted, right, Marty? So all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute, I've been holding the steering wheel this way. Now this is what's happened. I'm spitting with you, but you know, the rhythm of life, it's fascinating to me.
Like, check this perfect example, Mark. So when I switched stools at my desk, right? And so it would kind of put my ass to sleep. So it was shaped kind of like a rectangle. So what I would do is I would take it from this way and I would switch it this way. I would straddle it. Right. So when I was straddling, it was pulling my fucking hips open, which felt kind of good at first. But then what happened was I got this fucking weird kind of torquing feeling down in my pelvic. And I was squatting, it would fucking pop. It would make this loud fucking sound. I could feel it binding.
Really?
And it was because I switched that chair. And every day I was sitting on that chair and it was slowly opening up my pelvic to the point where it was creating this issue.
Man.
Yeah, the problem didn't actually start to occur for a few months. That's the kind of shit you're looking for.
Yes, when you pick it up, eh? Yeah. Hey, you're hanging out with Keith, John, and Marty here on Mornings in the Lab. Before we wrap up with the two boys here, Marty, you dropped a video in my feed here this morning on our messages feed, and I enjoyed it, and I thank you for dropping it over there. I want to put it up here before we leave because I want to ask you. I believe I know why you shared it, but I want to ask you what prompted you to share it, generate a discussion. I think it's an obvious one. Jimmy, let's run that clip. We'll talk about it in a couple minutes.
And, you know, I talked to somebody else when I was 24, and I'm like, I want to be the head coach of Arizona State before I'm 30. And he's like, you're crazy. I got a chance to come in there and be their coffee boy. Second year, I get put on as a graduate assistant. The day before fall camp starts, our chief of staff brings me in the office. He's like, hey, listen, we're putting this other guy onto the GA role, and we're demoting you back to where you were. I'm like, what? And I think that was the moment that I was like, all right, well, watch this. I'm just going to do everything. I'm going to make myself so valuable in recruiting, getting the coffee ready, getting the paper off the printer and making the books and breaking down the games and having future scouting reports ready before they ever dreamed and sign kids. I'm going to make myself so valuable that you're not going to have a choice.
That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome. So, Johnny, this guy starts out as the bat boy, the ball boy, and now he's the coach of the team. And that's just an example of having a vision, having a mission, having resilience.
That's a fucking perfect display of consistency.
Oh, love it.
Take that away. Take that out of the equation. None of that happened.
I'm with you, brother. I got it. So I got goosebumps right now.
Showing up, baby.
Yeah, too, man. Yeah, I got goosebumps right now because I got a friend here, and I'm hoping he'll join the show here in the coming months. Carter's girlfriend's dad, who's get this, the guy started at McDonald's as a teenager, right? Cleaning fucking McDonald's, and we know McDonald's is a good business, right?
Yeah, you've talked about him a lot. We got to have him on.
The guy's gonna fucking get his own McDonald's. Like the same story. Wow. Yes. So the guy started fucking in the corner, sweeping up the shit and working his way up through the ranks. And he just got word a while back that he's going to get his own McDonald's. And I'm like, he's like, why are you so excited? I go, because it's just the epitome of what you said, John, consistency, man. Maybe not the talentedest guy in the world, maybe not the smartest guy in the world. And I'm not trying to knock him, but it's just this idea of just showing up, having a vision, having a mission.
But he could be all of those things. Yes. And without the consistency, it wouldn't matter.
Yeah, and you know what was funny too, and here's what's funny, and I got to pat myself on the shoulder for this one. We were on our way, and I think I told the story on the air, Johnny, to you. I don't know if Marty heard this, but we were driving out to Carter's game a few months back last winter, and he's telling me all about this, and he's telling me all about it, and I looked at him and I said, "Okay, so what's the next steps?" And he looked at him, and he was like, the next day, he's like, "Fuck, man, you put me on the spot." He goes, "I'm getting this thing moving." But my point is that he just, there was kind of in his journey, which was he just thought it was kind of going to happen. And he's like, when you asked me that question, I realized that it wasn't going to happen unless I put my hand up and made it happen. And again, I'm not trying to take the accolades for it at all. It's just that awareness when we sometimes ask ourselves, okay, so what's next, Marty? You're like, holy fuck, I never actually had a next. I guess I got to do something about it, right? It's that little kick in the rear end, that subtle kick, right? So yeah, I love that story. And more, so Marty, thanks for sharing that, man. That was a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah, man. I'm just one. I know somebody. He was a dishwasher at Silver Diner. He's like the VP now. So
there you go. Yeah,
same shit. But
yes.
no, I just that video stuck out to me because I'm just in the season of I'm trying to give more value to everything. My clients. Just whatever I got going on. So that one gave me some chills, man.
I love it. Johnny, what do you got going on today, brother?
Well, we've got more guests coming.
I know. Is it today or tomorrow? Today they're showing up. Half of them are today. I think you told me yesterday, half today, half tomorrow.
Yeah.
I was listening. Yeah.
Yeah. So I got to try to I want to get as much stuff that, the stuff that I need to get done so that when they're here, I have a little bit more, anything that's needs to be done is taken care of.
Gotcha.
Ahead of time.
Gotcha. Cool. Marty, what do you got going on today, brother? What's on your agenda today?
Rest day. No
Nice.
training today. I don't know if you've seen me in the gym. I've been hitting PRs like crazy.
And and the fun content. Your buddy there, you guys are creating some ridiculous, pretty funny shit, man. I'm loving it. Yeah. It's fun,
So I think I might drop the See Marty Fit Detective episode, the first one. I might drop that today.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. That's fun. That's fun.
Yeah,
awesome.
Man. Yeah.
All right, boys, well, you guys have a great one. What a fun show today. Neil Tunnah, great guest. I was saying to Marty, John, as you were stepped out there for a couple minutes here, I really enjoyed his energy. I liked the way he delivered his message, and I could see myself, if I was looking for a coach, wanting to work with a guy like Neil Tunnah. You follow me?
Yeah, his crazy thing was after meeting him, his name really fit who he was.
Oh my God, did it ever, right? Like, it's like, yeah, you could not have put a better name on that fellow. What a solid dude. Yep, solid dude.
He definitely aligned.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, boys. Well, I'll see you guys tomorrow on the Friday of the Loop in less than 22 hours. And look forward to having a lot of fun in 22 hours from now.
Yes, sir.
Have
see
a
you
good
tomorrow,
loop, my brothers.
Have a good one.
All right, boys. Yep. All right, Jimmy, Johnny, Marty, you're out of here. Let's guys, get lights in your house. Midnight blue light. Midnight blue light, LED lights. What are those fluorescent lights? Remember those fluorescent lights? What's up, what's up, good time? The resident lurker, good time. Just hanging out there quietly, and then all of a sudden when shit comes, hey, I'm here. Well, guys, midnight blue light might not be the villain. Oh, what? Well, hey, apparently your lamp is. And hey, apparently you might be able to fix it tonight.
It's not the screen. It's your lamp. Turn it, warm it, dim it. 30 lux or less. Sleep wins.
Research. And hey, Neiman, we got to get back here is Kyle Harris from Biocentric Lighting Company. Should be our first sponsor, actually. But looking at lighting, because obviously we do a morning show and light has a big part of what we do here. I got 10 fast practical fixes you can do tonight to make your evening light actually sleep friendly. This might be one of those conversations that we just somewhat take for granted. There's an entire industry, talking about blue light, blue light, blue light. I'm not suggesting it's bad. No, I'm not here to diminish any of the science. What I'm suggesting, though, is that the lights in our house might have much effects on our sleep, and we might be able to manipulate our current lights in our house to help get better quality sleep. So, some examples. If you got overheads in your house, maybe in the evening you want to turn them off and just use only the low level, the eye level lamps in the evening, because the overhead glare, it hits hard. Those table lamps, there's an increased stimulation on our body when we got those overhead lights on. I got pots throughout the whole house. No, I didn't say pot, Tom Ritchie. I got pot lights all over the house. I don't like when people call it pot. I feel like that's like the fucking olden days. No, I don't want to call it pot. I like to smoke cannabis. True story. So what you want, the next step here is not only killing the overheads after sunset, is dimming it way down. Talking about lux, targeting a 30 to 50 lux at the eye. Brightness will matter more than color. I'm a light guy. Upstairs in my house, I got fucking hue lights, cool lights everywhere. I like the power of lights. The power of lights, man, I think have more effect on us than we can even recognize. Swapping the bulbs, not your lifestyle. Looking for bulbs like evening bulbs. Bonus if it's a dimmable. Avoid daylight or cool white lights at night. So if you got daylights or cool whites in your house, don't run them at night, guys. It might not be helping you. And hey, those of us that grew up with the lampshade, hey, good time. Did you grow up in the house with the lampshade that was covered in plastic the whole time? I did. Keith, don't touch the lampshade. Mom, why do you have the plastics on them? Well, because we might need to sell them one day. Really? Or go to my grandma's house and every fucking lamp had plastic lampshades all over them. So, hey, the lampshades, you guys. Yeah, exactly. Good time. Add a lampshade diffuser. Those bare LEDs will spike glare and they're going to stimulate you awake. They're going to create alertness. And you're like, I don't want to be alert. Well, then turn the fucking lights down. Aim the lights away from your eyes. Oh, good time. I had a grandmother's house, my grandpa and my step grandma, the entire house. Good time, Charlie. The entire house covered in plastic. Like, I mean, everything was wrapped in plastic. Anywhere I sat was like just fucking making sound everywhere. You got your socks on my couch, but there's fucking plastic on it. Get the socks off the couch. Yeah. Aim light away from the eyes. Use task pools, not room floods. So what does that mean? Well, create small pools of light where you read or where you journal, or shine light on the walls. Keep rest of the room dark. There's a reason why folks have good strategic lighting in their houses. Not only does it look good, but it also helps. Right? Put your screens in dim or warm mode and be at a distance. You might, if you have a smart house, you might want to automate the wind down. And hey, in the bathroom, swap to a warm vanity light instead of those bright lights that your wife likes to have to put the makeup on. Yeah, true story. And guys, that morning light will absolutely win the day. Get bright outdoor light within 30 minutes of waking. So I'm aligned 1,000% with John on the circadian rhythm. Get yourself to bed on a regular schedule at night. But man, get in those 30 minutes of waking light. I know it's something that I intentionally can do a better job with that myself. And so again, just sharing, when I get up in the morning, I have hue lights here in my living area where I start my morning, and the lights gradually wake up in the morning so I sit there for an hour, drink my coffee, get caught up, get the day going. And during that hour, the lights slowly rise. They're not fully biocentric lights, but they are lights that do adjust with the morning. So they do simulate a morning situation for me. So guys, you don't need perfect sleep gear. No, tweak the lights. Yep. Protect the wind down, get some regular scheduled beds, and tomorrow's focus and men's motivation get easier. Start your day right by winning the night with light. And we have conversations like this daily on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. All right. I think I got one more thing I'm going to put on the table here, which is, guys, what if your weekly update took 30 seconds, and it actually worked?
30 seconds. Steal this. Done. One win. Blocked. One ask. Decide. One choice. Your call.
A quick little thought for you today. Outcomes beat activities. Yep. Done. Forces clarity. When you're done, it's done. Right? So teams trust leaders who report meaningful deliverables, not just motion. Right? So while we know activities drive results, results are what matter. Decisions create speed. Those unmade decisions are the hidden works in progress. So what I would invite you to do today, 30 seconds, force yourself to make a decision, right? One sentence per section. Boom, 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 boom. Make the decision, move on to the next, right? What's a single blocker that is preventing you from moving forward? In my experience, many of us leaders who waste hours on status meetings, wondering what people are doing. Well, and my team, I'm working more closely with my team using statuses within our work to reduce meetings, ensure work gets done, and moves priorities forward. Why? Because it provides a better, enjoyable work environment for everybody. If we're spending all of our time talking about status updates here, status updates there, you're wasting a lot of time that might not be producing the results you want. So what did you finish? Get into those tasks, get the status done, get the status update, move to the next one. Mike Sullivan coming in. Good time. AI lights. Well, so I have Hue lights, and no, they're not really AI. I guess they're regular lights. That's there's the automation that I have in my house. I guess has some AI components too, but no, they're regular Philips Hue lights. Sullivan, I put on Chips, the entire series on Amazon Prime to mute from. Did you say Chips? Eric Estrada and John. What was John's last name, Sully? Yeah, it was Poncho. Poncho and John. That's what it was. Hey, Grok, who were the two characters on Chips? What were the name again?
The two leads on Chips were California Highway Patrol officers, Frank Poncherello, played by Eric Estrada, and his partner, John Baker, played by Larry Wilcox.
Yes, John Baker, played by Larry Wilcox. I love that. Yeah, thanks, Grok, for dropping in the knowledge this morning. Chips. Fuck, I haven't heard of Chips forever. Sullivan, that's a good one coming out of the blue here, man. Wow, Chips. That's a funny. Yeah, Baker. It's exactly it. All right, well, hey, listen, guys, I know Maya has been hard at it. Maya has been hard at it, getting our community corner segment set up, getting our creator spotlight set up. So good time. The theme song. I know. No, good time. Sully, the shorts. Oh my God. Eric Estrada in those shorts. Boys. Hey, Johnny's not here, so we can have this conversation about pitching and catching with Sterling and Preston. I'm just saying, but those shorts, boys. Whoa. Do we ever see California patrolmen wearing those shorts? Good time. They were fucking shorts, man. Oh man. Yeah. Some of the scenes there might have been socks in those shorts is what I'm thinking as well. So all right. I see Neiman typing away there. I think we got some community corner creator spotlight coming up, Jimmy. Shall we get after it? Let's do it.
It's time to connect YouTube, Substack, and LinkedIn on Mornings in the Lab. Coming up, taking bold pauses, fast-tracking growth, and the art of leading through chaos. Today's stories are all about rhythm, reinvention, and resilience. Keith, let's see how you celebrate the community today.
Double A coming back with "Give Me Some Hootie and the Blowfish" vibes. Yes, I'm actually looking for but if I search it though, it's gonna show me it all the fucking time. So, but I'm gonna search it and hopefully I can delete the search. But what is? Oh yeah, I'm just looking at some of the songs. Double A from Hootie and the Blow. Because you know what, brother, I'm gonna fuck Double A. I'm just telling you right now, man. You've put the worm in my head. And I'm not going to thank you. I'm actually cussing you right now. So now that you've put Hootie and the Bluefish in my head, these songs are now showing up in my skull. The Hootie and the Blowfish songs. So thank you. Just fucking thank you for wrecking my day. The Hootie and the Blowfish worms are in the head. The best of hips. So just moving themselves through the head right now. Yep. Thank you. Good job, brother. Yeah. Good job. No, I'm not saying it was a slight. I'm just saying that when you put it out there, I'm like, oh my God, now I'm going to be thinking about Hootie and the Blow. It's like my daughter. A couple weeks back, she put on Pink Pony Club. I was like, oh, really? You're going to put that worm in my ear? First thing in the morning, you're going to put on Pink Pony Club? So yeah, exactly, Holroyd. So now we all got, thanks to Double A, we all have Hootie and the Blowfish in our head here today. So, nation, enjoy your day with Hootie and the Blowfish stuck as the wormhole set of good songs in your head. How old is that, Neiman? What do you mean, how old is that? You don't know it? Oh, man, Hootie and the Blowfish? Holroyd, so hold on, let's bring Grok into this. Hey, Grok, how old is Hootie and the Blowfish, and what were some of their big hits?
Hootie and the Blowfish formed back in 1986 in Columbia, South Carolina, making them 39 this year. Their monster hits, Hold My Hand, Let Her Cry, Only Want to Be With You, and Time. Classic 90s earworms, man.
Yes, classic 90s earworms. Hold my hand. Something like that. Yeah. Andrew Walker, Season Strength. You talk like a beta male. Oh, my goodness. Andrew Walker joining us here this morning on the call. Hey, listen. Listen, Grok, I don't see anybody else standing in front of the microphone singing right now. No, I don't. I just see all you out there just commenting. I don't see nobody else going live, going behind the microphone and the camera singing some hootie. Just saying. So y'all can chirp all you want. But hey, there's only one handsome chief singing some Hootie and the Blowfish right now, live. On the only place you're going to get Hootie and the Blowfish anywhere probably in the world right now, AA. Thank you, AA, by the way, is right here on the Mornings in the Lab live network daily. Yes, Andrew joining us from the local porta potty. All right, Season Strength. Are you a Hootie and the Blowfish fan? Love to hear from you guys who are Hootie and the Blowfish fans. All right, I guess it's time to get into the roasting part of the show, apparently. Yeah, FM true story. I love it. I love it. All right, guys. Walking on over to YouTube. Hey, could you imagine working for 8 months and disappearing for 4? What is that? Is that like that's like a seasonal worker? You know what I did when I was building ICUs? I worked hard for like 5 years, and then stopped for 15. Yeah, just put my ass down, fucking worked hard for 48 months, and then I took off the next 160 months, something like that. None of this fucking work for 8 months, take 4 months off. Nah, who does that? Well, apparently Jonathan Goodman does. Yeah, he built his business around a rule he calls the 84. Is that like the 6-7 that's taking over? 6-7 taking over the internet these days? Anyways, Jonathan Goodman, 84. Work intensely for 8 months, reset completely for 4. Wow, we got to get this guy on the show. Fuck, could you imagine, guys, you're taking 4 months off of your life? Just, I'm going to get fat for 4 months. I'm just going to sit on my ass. I'm just going to listen to Hootie and the Blowfish for 4 months straight. That's what I'm going to do. Yeah. So, he's done this for 13 years, traveling the world while building a successful coaching business. To Jonathan, it's not about the vacation. For him, it's about seasonality. Every year, he packs himself up and leaves for 4 months, forcing himself to declutter, reassess, and refocus. Well, most people, they keep adding to their calendars. Jonathan subtracts periodically. What he does, he frames his life as a triangle. Yeah, a triangle, just like that. Yeah. Health, relationships, business. Because you strengthen one side at a time without letting the other slide. Consistency keeps you stable, but transformation, that requires short, focused sprints. Yes. And cyclical focus reduces guilt for not being perfect in all areas at once. If you could disappear for 4 months this year to reset, what would you focus on when you came back? Hootie? Hootie and the Blowfish? Maybe that's who you'd focus on. Hey, maybe. Good time coming in with us. Then MLK WWE deepfakes are hilarious. Yes. So you may have noticed, hey, AA, are you on Sora? Come find me on Sora, AA. Keith. Yeah, not Keith, Keith Mornings. Good time will notice that if my name is changed on Sora. Keith, Kaith Mornings. Find me on Sora, making some great fun content on the platform. Every now and then I see that Good Time likes to take my head and play with it. I don't mind you playing with my head, Good Time. Yeah, true story. You can play with my head anytime you want. Just take my head and put it in your hand, play with it. Yeah, and AA, you can play with my head too. Anytime you want, take my head, play with it. Good Time. We need to hear more about that, Keith. You're building and selling. That's impressive. Respect. I appreciate you, brother. Yeah, I think I got to do more of a job talking about that stuff. I got kind of a plan for that. Thinking about adding a little segment from me. I just saw my camera freeze up there, Jimmy, but I got it back. All right, Substack, the 5-year leap. We went from the 84 to the 5-year leap. Adam Morrissey on Substack asks a question worth thinking about. How do you get where you want to go and save time doing it? Well, not skip the journey. No, the journey is part of the process. And that's the most important part. But you got to compress the growth because time is linear, but growth is not. You stack those right experiences and years of trial and error to become a concentrated season of transformation. What Adam calls it the 5-year leap. 8 more components: mentorship, service, challenge, solo experiences, self-expression, relationships, mastery. Holy fuck, man. Jesus, Murphy. The guy needs to get a page from Anderson's Simple A Part of Life. 8 components. 8? I don't know if I want to do 8 components. That's a lot of fucking components to have success. 8. And you're telling me, Adam, that it's not rigid, but here's 8. I don't know, maybe interesting. Just the goal to get through all 8. I don't know. Kind of fascinating to me, actually. Yeah. What's one experience you could intentionally stack this year that would accelerate? So here's the 8 core components: mentorship, service, challenge, solo experiences, self-expression, relationships, mastery, and introspection. So my opinion on this is just too much. Sorry, Adam. I think it's just too much. Nope. That's like almost 1 a month. Take a bike to the shops, not a car. Avoiding traffic, AA. Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about, brother. All right. LinkedIn, when the path isn't clear. Ashley Smith shared a conversation with Howard Schultz on LinkedIn. You know Schultz, the Starbucks guy? Yeah, he took Starbucks from 11 stores to a global brand. The conversation is about leading during uncertainty. How do you stay steady when the path forward isn't clear? Well, what's Schultz's playbook? What's Howard Schultz's Starbucks playbook? Put people and purpose first. There you go. Simple. Show's over. He pioneered healthcare and education benefits for part-time employees when no one else was doing it. And Schultz also talks about owning mistakes and using them for growth. I love encouraging my team to run towards mistakes. What's a mistake is just a learning disguised as a mistake. Think about that. A mistake is just a learning disguised as a mistake. There's actually nothing bad about it. And if you don't want to learn, then I don't want to hang out with you. True story. If you don't want to learn, I don't want to work with you. Another true story. In other words, if you don't want to run towards mistakes, get the hell out of here. Yeah, that dude, Howard Schultz, that dude's net worth is growing more than Starbucks. Yeah, something along the line of that too. Guys, here's the question for you guys. When was the last time, hey, AA, when was the last time you led through uncertainty? Uncertainty. Just missed some of the letters there. And what did you learn when that happened? Hey, Maya, what the hell you doing, man? You protesting me? Seriously? Honestly. Maya Reyes?
Didn't think I'd bump into a kangaroo out here. You want to square up? All right. Come on, then. Oof. Okay. Yeah, you win, buddy.
Oh, whoa. Boom, boom, boom. Look at that one. Holy smokeronies. Where'd you guys pull? So who the? Wow. It's pretty impressive there, team. That was from Roofy. That's awesome. That's awesome, Roofy. Well done, brother. I was wondering how that was pulled together. Old Uncle Keith's one of my characters is looking different these days. So we've been I got buck wild. Yeah, true story. Well, at least I saw a kangaroo. I had to go all the way to fucking Australia. Didn't even see no dead kangaroos. Yeah. Pretty crazy, actually. Go all the way to Australia and see no kangaroos. I saw white sharks, though. Hey, are you guys shark fans? True story. WU, shark fan? Good time, shark fan? Holroyd, I think Holroyd's a shark fan. Love sharks. Big fan of sharks. Okay, well, it looks like we're wrapping up here again today. Oh, we got Ross Mayab. I don't know exactly how I'll get there, but I want to be this sustainably successful and happy that I can rock out in the free world like this guy. Oh, really? All right. So hold on. Ross Mayab, are you now pulling out some Neil Young? Are you pulling out some Neil Young? Because that is from my backyard. Neil Young, Winnipegger, rocking out in the free world. If you guys know music, you know what I'm talking about. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. More of a Stingray fan. Yes, I like Stingrays too. Yep, true story, 100%. Ross Mayab, well done, man. Rock, yeah. Melissa goes Neil Young. Did you guys all know Neil Young from Winnipeg, though? You all know that? Phone lines are open. You guys want to talk about it? Start your day like it's 1996. Call the morning show, 431-300-3005. We're closing up in a couple minutes. So if anybody wants to come pop in and say hello, I would love to have you and welcome you to the show here. I needed some musical inspiration today. Peace out, brothers. Sweet Home Alabama. Yes. Great segment here on time management. Time is our only resource. Man, I got an article, guys. I got a conversation for tomorrow or next week around how time is moving faster for us as we are aging. So good time, Double A, Sully, Mayab, you guys all know what I'm talking about because I know you guys know how fast time. Here's the funny thing is that it's actually going to be 22 hours and we're all back here again tomorrow. Right? And it just 22. Ask my team. Ask the team. It's like, holy fuck, it's again. It's just this. It's interesting now that we're doing this. Now that I've built this morning show product, and I've had friends that have been in this industry in radio and television in the morning space, and I now know what they mean. That it is their word grind, because it's linked to a habit. Right? So it's linked to a daily commitment. It's awesome, but I recognize it's perhaps not for everyone. Okay. Hey, what's up? We're going to get out of here, guys. Back here tomorrow. I'm going to, Jimmy, what's our big topic tomorrow, man? I'm not as organized here on my, here we go here, guys. I'm going to quickly pull it up here. Hopefully a long time. I'm with you, brother. I'm absolutely with you here. There's Cosmic Vision. It's not faster. It's a perception of time. When you're younger, it seems longer because you haven't lived that long. Once you hit 40, time seems to speed up, but it's a jot. Yeah, dude, Cosmic, it's going fast, man. It is going fast. Oh, right. I forgot we have an outro. Melissa, close your ears. I know we got an outro. Yeah. Sometimes I forget. Just having too much fun. Oh, that's it. That's a wrap. That's all it was. Thanks, Jimothy. Oh, man. So good. So good. All right, let's do this. Let's go. Boom. Change the camera angle there. Get this sound happening here. Good time. I went to a reunion last weekend. It was like a time machine. Oh, man. That's awesome. When we packed up all of our bags and drove out to Winnipeg, when we got to Winnipeg, I checked into school. I wore white bucks on my feet when I learned the golden rule. There we go. That's awesome, man. Rocking in a free world. Some Neil Young. Guys, a lot of fun here today on the show. I'm the handsome chief who gets up and gets after it every single day here, 8 o'clock Eastern time, with my two brothers from another mother, Christopher, a.k.a. C. Marty Fit Martin. My other brother from a different mother, John Anderson. And then I have another brother from another mother who starts actually before us at 7:30 Eastern time. His name's Matt Roof. Solid dude. 7:30. Kindness. Getting up every single day. Don't be denied. Neil Young goes like dog years as we get older. Oh my God. Yeah. Yes. Neiman, I can see the outro. It's right in front of me, man. I'm just having some fun. Guys, quick recap. We talked about the midnight snack IQ test. I fucking completely butchered that segment. Yeah, it might have been the worst segment since I started the show. Yep, that's a true motherfucking story. Neil Tunnah. Real talk on leadership was awesome, man. Dude, if you guys missed center stage, go back and check it out. And hey, you get a chance to see the smoke show herself. Sophia Grant was there as well, hosting that one. So, yeah, Neil's real talk on leading when it's messy and a lamp fix you can set before dinner. So mornings feel lighter. We cleared up your evenings. We called out mouth tape myths. Guys, don't put that fucking mouth tape on your mouth tonight. Nah. And I gave you a 30-second status update to help get you guys started out for today. Hey, tomorrow, tell me you're a dad without saying it. Don't know what the hell that's all about. It's some kind of fucking... what is it? It's some kind of TikTokian thing we're going to put on the table. George Haymaker is going to be throwing him tomorrow. Yep. He's going to join us to give you a 10-minute brain reset for clarity on command. I wonder if Johnny's going to pop a few cannabis capsules the night before and what kind of energy is he bringing tomorrow. Oh, how many drinks can you have and still lose fat? The fucking answer is 0. Don't even listen to that part of the show tomorrow. Yeah. And what your P says about stress. We're going back there again, guys, talking piss. And stop ruining tough talks. We're going to give you 3 openers that don't start a fight. Nation, we're going to bring a lot of fun additional topics to the table we call Friday of the Loop. On behalf of the whole team, I appreciate your good time. You do a great job live. Well, it's just, it actually is easy. Yeah, it's easy. I take it for granted. Let's get out of here, guys. Let's get after this day, and I'll see you guys in less than... Well, now it's 23 hours. We'll see you guys tomorrow, 8 o'clock Eastern time. YouTube, LinkedIn, John, and friends. We'll see you guys tomorrow.